It is hot today. I'm in Phoenixville Heights. It's a brand new Lennar community, a townhome community. I'm gonna walk through this townhome and show you everything that they've got. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home. There's some features on this home that are super unique. You're minutes from shopping, from dining. You're in a great school district. And honestly, for this location and this price point, it is super desirable. They're starting in the low 400s. They've got different models that are starting in the low 400s. They've got some that are in the higher 400s. But this is gonna be a great community for first-time home buyers, people looking to downsize, people looking to buy into the area. This is a super cool property, and I don't wanna waste any more time. So let me show you guys around the neighborhood, and then we can jump into the home. Okay, so I am just stepping into the home now. I've shown you the outside of the home, this community. We are in the model home. This is the Jackson floor plan. I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like. Just like I said, just stepped in the front door here. So I'm in what they call their teen space, their office area, their den space. This is gonna be down here on the first level of the home. I will turn this camera around and show you guys what this home has to offer. So like we had mentioned outside, this home and this community is brand new. They're starting from the low to mid 400s, just depending on the floor plan, the size, the model, and of course the upgrades and point of the community in which you buy. Of course, pre-construction pricing is gonna be a little bit more favorable than when the community is finishing out. But stepping into the home here, this is just off of the front door. So we've got the front door right here where I walked in. You do have steps that are going upstairs to the main living area. We'll get to that later in the video. You've got some nice shiplap over the doors there. I really love the decorations and the furnishings that these builders do. I do think that they do a really good job of that. You've got LVP wood-like tile floors, some more trim and wall designs here on the back. You do have recessed lighting in here as well. And then you've got 2 nice windows that you could look out and see the front of your home. We already looked at what the front of this looks like, the sidewalk, the grass, the steps coming up. And I've also shown you some of the clips in the neighborhood where some of these homes are still under construction. So you guys have a really good idea of the phase and the stage of this community. I'll walk back here to the back part of this den living area. You're gonna have a closet back here to where you're gonna have some of your utilities, so you don't have a basement in this home. This is where you're gonna see your furnace, your hot water heater, your air ducts, some of your water shutoffs, stuff like that. It'll be right here in this part of the home. Bottom part of the home, away from all the major living areas, all the major sleeping areas. You do have that door to close that. We'll come back here. There are a few doors back here. Something super unique if you did happen to use this space as an office or a hangout spot is this half bathroom. This could even be a great spot if you had guests come over. You could put a futon, you could put another little makeshift sleeping area, and you could have someone stay down here with access to a half bathroom. Once again, great bathroom. I love the wall designs. I think it just makes the home have a lot more character. This is just gonna be a storage closet under the steps. You do have your tankless hot water heater there and just a little storage room under the steps. I'll get to this later in the video. If you guys have ever watched any of my videos, you know that I like to save the best for last. So I will save this, what's out this door, in the end of the video. So make sure you stick around till the end. You're not gonna wanna miss that. Hey, my name is Zach, and if you guys are new to the channel, I tell you everything that you need to know from community, lifestyle, and real estate in and around Philadelphia. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and that little bell icon so that you never miss a video. Since being a licensed real estate agent for the last 4 years, I get calls and texts every single day from people just like you that are looking to make a move. So I figured, why not start a YouTube channel so that people like you can know everything that you need to know when moving to this area. Let's get into the video. All right, so I've shown you everything down here on the first floor. Like I said, I'm gonna show you guys what's behind this door at the end of the video, so you're not gonna wanna miss that. We'll head up here, take a walk up the steps here, and we'll go check out the main living area here in this home. I'll tell you guys a little bit about this community as we're walking up. This is a brand new community. They had just opened about a few months ago, about 6 months ago, and they've got 3 different floor plan models here. They've got 2 and 2.5 bed models. They've got 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom models. They've got a ton of different floor plans and options that can fit everyday needs. And then they've also got different design upgrades, cabinet options, countertops that you could choose from as well. Up here on the main level, I'll give you guys a pan of the steps so you can see where we came up from. So we came up from the steps there. This is gonna be your kitchen area. You've got a nice little space right here. I don't know if I would put a couch. Maybe comment down below. Would you guys put this in the middle of everything when you walk up? I don't really know what it's doing there, but you could definitely, you've got the space. It just looks a little awkward. So you've got this little seating area, or this little open area when you first come up the steps. You walk further through the kitchen here, and you do have another half bathroom. You've got that shiplap, same design on the walls again. Pedestal sink and toilet, of course. This is the family room. I'll show you guys that after we look at the kitchen. But really here is where the kitchen starts. You've got your fridge. You're gonna have a ton of cabinetry and storage. Great size island. You've got about 3 stools there. I don't think you could fit anything more. And then you've got this eat-in area, a little pantry. Great size. You've got about 6 seats currently there. You probably could maybe do 8. It could be a little bit tight, maybe not something that you have permanently, but if you need it for an occasion, you could probably sit 8. Here's gonna be your pantry, just off your kitchen. So I'll back up here, give you guys a better view of it. You've got your pantry just off of the main part of the kitchen here. You've got backsplash, subway tile backsplash. You've got nice brown cabinets, a quartz countertop, nice stainless steel sink. Very great kitchen. Gas appliances. Dishwasher, of course. You've got a ton of cabinetry, and we can't even open them up to see how far. A ton of cabinetry, and get a good view of your subway tile and your counter space. You do have a lot of counter space. That's the one thing I think is super unique. I look at a lot of homes, I see a lot of kitchens, and I think this kitchen, I would say that this kitchen has a lot of counter space. They use it very creatively and very smartly. They have this counter go all the way across, and then they've got another one that goes all the way across. So a lot of times you'll see builders or just houses that have the counter stop with the fridge. There might be just an empty wall here, or just something that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe it's not super functional. They took this all the way across. You've got a ton of cabinets. I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 just on the bottom, and then another 12 up top, so 24 there. And then you've got all of the ones here. So you've got probably close to 26 cabinets. Even then counting these. So you've got a ton of storage. I've never heard of anyone complain about too much storage, and I think this kitchen is great for it. All right, I've shown you guys the kitchen area in this home. There is another feature back here that I'll show you guys at the end of the video. If you guys, like I said, have seen any of my last videos, you probably already know what this is. Super, super unique. It's gonna be a big value that if you buy a house and you don't have this, it could end up costing you a lot in the long run, just compared to some neighbors and people that might have this feature. So I'll show you guys that at the end of the video. It's super, super unique, and it's honestly something that we're seeing on 90% of new builds by the builder today. So I'm excited to show you guys that at the end of the video. Let's get into the family room here. I've shown you everything behind me in the kitchen. This is the half bath just off of the steps here. This right here is coming up from the steps from that office, that game room, whatever you want to use it for. So here's the main living area. You do have 4 recessed lights. Very good size. You've got honestly a small couch right here. You could definitely do something a little bit bigger, maybe 3 seats, 4 seats, even a little sectional. And then I do think those 2 sofas are a good size and spot for it. A ton of natural light. You can see, I'll pan back to the windows as well. You get a ton of natural light. You do have 9-foot ceilings throughout the entire house here. Feels super, super open. You could be in the family room, you could be in the kitchen, you could literally be anywhere in this main level and just still feel connected. Even if you were sitting back here in this living area or this eating area, you could still have a pretty good view of the family room and of the kitchen. So whether that's entertaining, just keeping an eye on the kids, the dog, whatever it is, you're gonna be able to do that. When we walk back in here to the family room, you can see the windows that I wanted to show you, so you do get a ton of natural light, which just adds to the bright colors and just kind of the overall ambiance of the space. All right, I've shown you everything here on this main level. We're gonna head upstairs now. I'm gonna show you guys what the top floor looks like. If you guys have ever seen any of my other communities, we did another Phoenixville community. We did a Lennar community. We've done a bunch of different new build communities here. This is gonna look pretty common, especially for these townhouse style homes. You will notice that a lot of these townhouse style homes, in this area at least, they don't walk into a family room or walk into a kitchen. They typically walk into that office or that den space. You typically then have steps up to that, and then you typically have a 3rd story where we've got the bedrooms and where we're at now. This is coming up off of the steps right here. So when you come up the steps, you make a left. This is what we're gonna check out. You've got bedroom number 1 right here. This would be a great nursery. It's not a massive size, but for your firstborn, maybe it's your secondborn, you have a little nursery. This is a great size. You can easily put a crib, a dresser, a rocking chair. You hang some stuff on the wall, and you get a nice big window that lets in a lot of natural light. All right, now we are in bedroom 2, and I've got the camera turned around just so you guys can see it from this angle. There is no recessed lighting in here, which I'll show you as well. So that definitely, it makes the room a little bit darker. You have a little bit smaller of a window, so that plays a role as well. But definitely a better sized room compared to the first one. If you do have 2 kids, maybe your older one takes this, you've got a younger kid that's still in a crib or a nursery that needs some more guidance and watching, that other room is a perfect room for them. You can see how well this room is. You've got a full-size bed, you've got 2 big dressers or 2 big nightstands. You don't have a dresser in here, but I think if you simplified on some of this other furniture, you could easily put a dresser or a desk in this corner here. I'll turn this camera around again. I feel like you get a little bit better of a view on it from this end. So, and then you can even tell the heights of the ceiling. So almost about 1 Zach, but they're about 9 feet. So here is this room right here, really good size. You've got the closet over here on this corner, which is great as well. Not a walk-in, just a regular closet, wire rack, and the doors that slide. Here is bedroom number 2. I will turn the camera around and we will get into the hallway to look at the rest of the home here. So going back out of bedroom number 2, this is going to be your laundry. You've got an upstairs laundry closet, a wire rack, you've got tile floor in there. And that would be what you get in terms of laundry. Just off of laundry, making a 180, you've got this bathroom. It's a half bathroom, 1 vanity. You have a quartz countertop, a toilet, and then a built-in tub. No light fixtures, and then 2 recessed lights in the actual bathroom. So great sized bathroom. You do have 1 or 2 kids, or even 3 kids. This could be a great size for them to share and use. We go into here. I just want to show you this linen closet. Super nice to have just in between the bedrooms and in the hallway for sheets, towels, whatever it is. Then getting into the primary, it's going to be super bright in here. We got a lot of natural light. Great size primary. You've got a king size bed. You've got a little bench right here, 2 big dressers or 2 big nightstands. and you've still got a ton of space. You've even got a little dresser over there to put some stuff in. I think for the price point of mid to low 400s in this location of Phoenixville, right between King of Prussia, Collegeville, you're in some amazing school districts. The Phoenixville School District, the Springford School District is just close by. You're in some great areas. I think for this price point, you are finding an incredible deal. Granted that the rooms aren't the largest, and the floor plan they're not the largest homes, but you know, for a family that's starting out, for a family that's looking to downsize, for a family that's even just looking to get into the area, I think in the next 7 to 10 years, these homes in this area are just going to completely explode. People that are able to buy in today in these areas for anything under $500,000, I think is just a fantastic deal. Here is this bathroom. This is the primary bathroom. You do have a double vanity, quartz countertop, a mirror. These are actually the same finishes that are in the guest bathroom. So if you like some uniform look, everything that's kind of aligned in the same thing, you will like that. You do have the framed shower door, glass door though, right here. You've got the drawers in between the primary vanity, and then you've got the toilet, but no door on the toilet. That's gonna be everything up here on the third story. I did tell you that there were some things in this home that I wanted to show you guys at the end of the video. Stuff that was super unique. If you've watched any of my other videos, you probably know what it is. So we'll get down here. I'll take you guys to my other camera and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I'm back downstairs here on the main level, and I'm gonna turn the camera around because I wanna show you something that's super unique on this floor. If you've seen any of my other videos, you probably already know what it is, but I will turn the camera around and I'll show you guys exactly what is out here. All right, just to give you a reminder, we're back down here on the main level. Here's the kitchen. I'll show you the family room again, the eat-in area. So here's everything. That's the steps upstairs. This is the step to get up here. The family room, the kitchen, the eat-in area. If we go right over here, we're gonna see this outdoor living area, a deck. Once again, a great size. If you have seen any of my other videos, you know that this is a huge upgrade for the homes that we see that end up not opting to have this option or not having a deck. When they go to sell, however many years it is down the road, it doesn't put them at a very good advantage compared to some of their neighbors. And that could even be the size of the deck. I mean, if you guys can let me zoom in there, you can see that these decks are a lot smaller than what we're standing on here now. So that'll even play a role. We've even got some 2-car garages versus 1-car garages, which will also play a role in resale as well. If you guys are buying a home and you want to have someone to ask, hey, what should I think about when buying a home for resale purposes, for functionality purposes, for pricing purposes, whatever it is, I do this all of the time. You can reach out to me via text, call, email. You can even schedule a free Zoom consultation. I'd love to connect with you and see how I can help. Just getting back to the video, this is the outdoor living area. A huge upgrade. It's probably about 10 foot by or 8 foot by 20 foot. Very large size. You can put a couch, an umbrella, a grill. There's nobody else moved in yet, so you can't really get any ideas, but if you watch some of my other videos, you could see what people do with it. A great area. You can have the dogs out here, the pets out here, the kids, whatever, and just enjoy being out here. So this was the outdoor living area. I will take you guys back downstairs and I'll show you something downstairs that was super unique. And only coming up in new builds today or homes that are outside of this area. Let's get into it. All right, so I'm back down here on the main level. This is where we first walked in here in the front door. We called it the guest suite, the office. There was something back here that was super unique. I said I was gonna show you till the end of the video. So what I'll do is I'll turn this camera around and we'll go out there and check it out. All right, so just to give you guys a refresher, here it is. We're just in the front door. Here are the steps to go upstairs. This is your utility closet. You got a half bath back there. This is where you could have an office, a guest space. You could have to be a teen room, whatever it is. We'll head right back out here. I'll open up this door and show you guys what's in here. This was something that was gonna be super unique. You've got a 2-car covered garage, private parking. So this, between the deck and even just the location, having all of this be where it is for the price of the low 400s is super unique. You've even got a little covered spot out here because of the deck. And I've already shown you guys what this neighborhood looks like. So you've got a pretty good idea of what everything around me looks like. You've got some dog parks and They'll have some sport courts and stuff like that when the community finishes out. But this is the outside of the home here. You've already seen the front of the home here. So now you've got a really good idea about what Lennar is offering in this community. Well, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you guys again for sticking around till the end. You'll have to let me know down in the comments, if you guys were moving to Phoenixville, is this a community that you guys would consider? We're just above $400,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom townhome, and it's ready to rock and roll. You've got a great community, and honestly, you're minutes from shopping, dining. I've got a ton of other videos up about nearby areas, Collegeville, King of Prussia, Malvern, that you guys could check out. You've got a ton of stuff to do, and you're in certain great school districts. Let me know down in the comments. If you guys are considering a move here, maybe you want to check out the community, you want to check out some other communities, you can reach out to me via text, call, email. You can even schedule a free Zoom consultation. I'd love to connect with you and see how I can help you make your move. Until next time, I'll see you around the neighborhood.